So how I want to do this intro, Flowdan, ex-Roll Deep member, now doing the solo thing, like very alternate, very dancehall inspired, very Shelly with it. Frisco, and saying, boy better know General, North London, Soldier, Shelly with it, Soundboy ting, regarded by many as one of the best. Manga Hilare, the underdog, the Roll Deep guy. The
Flow's ex Roddy.
I mean, obviously mad with the flows and very consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? How you like that, Manga?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing that. Why am I not ex as well?
I think consistent with. Sorry to get involved in lot's business, but I think I just needed to chime in here. Not needed, I wanted to chime in here, yeah. And I think consistent has to be a word associated with Manga's name. Like, if we're just being 100 now, like you can't. It's undeniable, like the level of consistency and quality of music that he's put out over the last few years. You get what I'm saying?
For
It's
sure.
been very consistent, very, very consistant. So yeah,
I want to
thought
say
I'd just
underdog
give you that
champion
quick
though.
flower.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, love. Nah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just think before, if I'm being honest, I wasn't just doing what I was meant to do in it. So now I just do what I was really meant to do. So it just looks like, right, he's doing bare stuff. But I should have been doing this level from time, because I always go back to before. When I look at everyone, I realise, everyone was doing enough stuff, and I was just there trying to like write or do whatever. I weren't doing the full maximum, and I realised, that's why people was going clear and getting all these opportunities and doing well, whereas I wasn't. I was there, but wasn't doing enough. But now I'm definitely doing enough.
Straight up.
It's a difference.
ONSITE podcast, SK Vibemaker, you know who's in the building. We're not going to dilly and dally with it today. I feel like we got 3 grime generals in the building. The peak years of grime. When we was talking about back in the day, radio sets, pirate radio, a lot of shelling, a lot of events, a lot of press coverage, a lot of grime crews, a lot of MCs coming through, a lot of things going on. You can definitely say that grime's not in its peak at the moment. How do you feel about the current status of grime, Frisco?
I feel the same I felt the last time this discussion came around. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm talking about the last time they tried to say that. Started saying all this shit about grime's dead and all this crap. And then German Whip came out, and then everyone was doing grime again. You get what I'm saying? So I don't feel no different to those times. I know we've been here before. I do understand why certain angles people say certain things, but I do also understand that everything's a cycle, and you're like, if you've not been here to see the cycle before, then that's going to be your outlook. But if you've been here to see cycles come and go and even come back, think about it. Grime's the only genre that's kind of, they've said, fell off and come back, had a resurgence. You get what I'm saying? So, to me, it's just cycles, man. Like, all it's going to take is for another, what do you call it? What was the last biggest song out of grime? Like that was
the last resurgence, was German Whip, Shut Up. Shut Down. Them that section.
When you get a
Gigs
new
and
batch
Jamie
of those,
and
those songs, you get what I'm saying? Who's to say they ain't there now? Do you get what I'm saying? But all it is the spotlight's somewhere else, which is fine. Do you get what I'm saying? And going back to what you were saying to Manga about being an underdog, I think grime itself is an underdog genre. Do you get what I'm saying? Everyone's an underdog coming out of that corner. You get what I mean? So I don't feel no way about it, to be honest, bro. I know I'm here. I'm still putting out music. I got Tottenham EP out now. Do you get what I'm saying? Manga's releasing music. P Money's like Jamie's releasing music. There's people releasing with D Double's releasing music. Like, there's artists that are out here doing stuff. So if you really want to check and find out what's going on, you can really.
So we saying that maybe because the genre is an underdog genre, that maybe there's unrealistic expectations when people are saying, grime's dead, but maybe it's not dead. Maybe it's kind of supposed to be underground.
Grime's always been underground. It's always been an underground. Like, our thing's never been like shiny and flashy and tried to be like in front of everyone. Our thing's always been underground. You got to go and find it. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how our thing's always, the pattern's always been like that.
Now,
obviously people get big songs and then sometimes things start to get blurred, you get what I'm saying? But like, come on, the fundamentals are always there, and they're never gonna change, really. You know what I mean?
Flowdan, you've been part of a massive stable with Roll Deep. They done some massive things.
Why do you say X Flow Deep? X.
Are you ex Roll Deep? Are you still Roll
and you
Deep?
call Manga Roll Deep.
Well, that
What's the
wasn't even on
difference there?
purpose, though.
Oh,
That wasn't even on purpose.
Had to be.
That wasn't even
on purpose.
That wasn't even on
That
purpose.
had to be on purpose.
why-
but
yeah, why was
I feel like, is there even Roll Deep? Is Roll Deep anymore? Is it even still?
I wouldn't be the person to ask. I don't know, because when the last Roll Deep stuff that have happened in the near or recently, I wasn't involved, and I chose not to be there because I'm enjoying building my Spencer brand and stuff like that, and I don't want to confuse people.
Straight
so
up.
he's ex for real. All right, cool.
So he's
Breaking
ex.
news.
Are you ex?
Breaking
You're ex in it,
news.
Manga. You're ex Roll
Nah,
Deep?
I'm not ex, man. I
You're
don't
still
know.
in Roll Deep?
Yeah, man, it's still there. I'm just in my house though.
Say
Yo!
nothing. Say nothing.
Yeah.
Say nothing.
Front page.
So what I was saying, you was part of the stable Roll
Yeah.
Deep that was doing massive things.
These are the worst dudes to do this with. You pick the worst.
It's
breed,
gonna
man.
happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So
quite
obviously,
fair.
when we're talking about those peak times for like when Roll Deep were like hitting #1 and when artists were hitting #1, like projects were charting high. There was a lot of press coverage. That was the peak time.
It's a confusing time, but
Yeah.
it was
Would you say it was a confusing time?
only for, like, I'm speaking for myself. I don't think everyone else was confused, but like you said, if you're coming from like where it's not about that, and I say peaking and attention and Addison Lee everywhere, and
Very expenses paid
and
for.
stylist and all these things,
Yeah.
you might get lost in that source and think that's how it's supposed to be all the time, when you're coming from a place where like you work hard and then you get a percentage of what you put in back. So the guys that get the most are the guys that work the hardest.
Straight up.
On that side of the thing, it's not like that. It's a whole different ball game, and you can get places off of different little energies and little gimmicks and stuff like that. Hence, one big tune or so forth. So yeah, I would say it was confusing for a young mind, a young impressionable mind that just thinks, "Yo, we're here now, and it's always going to be here."
Slightly, there's been a lot of comparisons made between the rise in UK drill and the rise in grime, the rise in UK drill, whatever way you want to put it round. And I feel like, I don't know whether MCs will admit it, but some of the OGs have a feeling towards the Young Bucks or the scene, the genre, drill.
Who? Say
You know
who
what
do you
I'm saying?
think, man?
It's a lie. That's what I'm saying. People
Nah.
say that.
Wait.
Nah,
Just say who you're talking
without
about,
even
bro.
names, without names.
No, name names, bro.
Without
like, we
names.
gotta just be transparent here.
Because I don't think- I
I'm
don't-
gonna be. We're gonna be honest. I know I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna say exactly how I feel, and if I feel like I need to, yeah, I will. So you gotta be the same, bro. You gotta. Who you talking about? Who have you seen that in?
All right.
Just be honest. Don't worry. They ain't gonna do
Trust
nothing
me,
to you.
SK, we're
mad.
good.
Okay, without even saying names, I feel like some artists, whether they say it or not, feel like that.
Why do you
But
think
where
that?
have you got
then?
that from, though?
It's obvious.
Why
You
is it
can
obvious?
see it.
Why?
You can see it, man.
How?
Because I feel like there's a feeling that like maybe this hasn't been discussed as much, that drill is a continuation of grime. And if it was the same scene, it would have been
You
just
see-
more healthier.
Now you see where the difference is. I think is
Tell them
the
better.
drill. It comes from, and grime came from the streets, road music. That's what it is. So when it was gigs, then it was like road rap was the thing. You know what I'm saying that wasn't a continuation of grime. It's just continuation of the roads.
Street music,
Yeah,
yeah.
street music.
Yeah.
So drill is just to youth them, youngers, I should say,
Doing their
youth them,
sound.
using their words, their thing, their street music. The same way grime was. That's why when people look back on grime now, and they say, "Yeah, man, it was some commercial or something." I said, "Bruv, it was mad dangerous, bruv. It weren't friendly. It was mad." You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They weren't friendly at all. It was street youths.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a joke. So even to be in it
Definitely.
and do whatever, it was a lot. So road rap was the same, and drill is the same as that. I thought it's a continuation of that, because the same way road rap, a lot of them went to, like, you know, they became successful and started trying to make crossover hits. Same way grime artists did.
The drill guys
Same
are
way
doing that as
drills
well.
are doing it now. They're doing, you know, with the sample thing and dancing and rare. But really, when it was like Olympic chinging with Lowski and Russ and Taze and all that, that was street music. And obviously there's loads of them, like, you know what I mean?
Bro,
so I
I-
think it's the same. So
I'll be honest, yeah. And this is just my opinion. I'm a fan of the whole movement. There's parts about it that there's more parts about it that I like than I dislike. And there are certain things that I might not be the biggest fan of, but aside from that, like, I'm a fan of not even just the music, just the whole idea of these men being able to come off the road, go legit, employ their brethrens, feed their family. I'm a fan of that alone.
hustle,
If that,
the
that
business.
hustle part, I'm a
We've
fan
got the
of.
business
Yeah,
part down.
because we didn't have that. We didn't have the business part down. But back to what you were saying, yeah. I'm on you, bruv. Yeah, you're not gonna get away with that one. You see what it is, yeah. People like to push this
narrative.
this narrative, yeah. Of I don't know what. That's why I'm asking you, who and what are you talking about?
I feel that he's kind of. I'm not sure, but like like before us, there was the garage man them that didn't really like when we come and start jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was and then if you know about drum and bass, they don't let you in. The young people didn't get let in there.
Very true.
Do you know what I mean? So
very
maybe he might be expecting it to be like that.
I don't think
from
it's
our
like that.
perspective.
It's not like
not
that,
even
though.
expecting though, because whether
It's
man
not
have
that-
That means
said
you've experienced.
it,
If you've experienced it, I want to know where.
but whether
That's
man,
what I'm
but,
asking.
but
That's why I'm
listen,
asking.
whether
You get what I'm
man,
saying?
whether man
Yeah.
have said it or not, they feel a way about it, and then there is a political correctness.
It's
that
like
when
it's
man,
like
when
they're
man are
giving you
pulled up about it,
emotions to
yeah,
feel.
Yeah, but I
they
feel like
wanna
they're
move
They're
like
trying to
next
put
not a
emotions
thing.
on you, like
Then
how
you know
you're
what,
meant
you know
to
what
feel.
happens after that? Because then it's like it's a grime v drill. So if you like drill, you can't like grime. Grime's
yeah.
dead, and if you like grime, you can't like that.
And it's not
and
that.
It's not that. It's not that at all. There's
Like man, link up.
yeah.
Man, we do songs together. Like it's not like.
Would you say
Bro.
no? There's not that mad
Dude,
I haven't seen
collaborations
that
of
yet
the
myself.
drill
Quick
with
face
You
on
haven't?
the grime
I haven't
lot.
seen it, but it might be
Okay.
on the
Quick face
hard
on
drive
last
and
thing.
on its way
On
out.
the thing before. You got quick face on it.
Skengdo as well.
Okay.
There's been 6, 7.
If we talk
I've done
about
tunes
the
with them,
biggest
like,
drill
they've done tunes
artists
with
now,
Skep,
we
yeah.
talk about the biggest drill artists now.
Yeah, Heady One's done songs with Skep.
True say.
It's a thing.
True
I
say.
don't know what.
And like I said,
The man
even
not link up
when
as
man
as
do
Heady as Chip not done songs with Back Row G.
Yeah.
Like did these people?
Yeah,
not
bare
link- or is it
examples.
just-
And
Shall I carry on?
even when we do
Keep on
sets,
going,
there's-
you know.
even when there's sets, there's drill beats being played. Like I'm saying, if you listen to Oblig's set, there's drill beats being played.
As a
'Cause obviously
DJ,
similar.
Obligs mixing
Because
up the drill and the grime.
people
I
more
hear that.
they're more interested in the narrative.
also-
Yeah,
other
I
than the
agree, I
facts.
agree.
Oblique is he's not like the older heads that he was mentioning. That
Okay,
would be
true.
that
That's
would be
true.
salty about new people coming through.
Okay.
Okay.
But this is why.
I don't think that's really happening.
I'm talking
to be
about the
fair.
I don't
the,
think
the
it is.
newer hot G's of drill, and we're talking about
10 million streams
3-1
in 1
main
hour.
Alright.
Yeah, but you know
particular
what?
artists.
Let's
if we're
be
talking
clear,
about,
let's be
if
clear.
we're talking about Digga D, if we're talking about Central C,
Yeah.
if we're talking
Heady
about
One's up there with them man.
no,
there
but
as well.
he's older.
I've got heads.
I'm talking
I've got
about the
rhythms as well.
Okay, are you
youngins.
Central
Okay,
C
okay.
and
young-
them.
I've got
the
rid of
fresh
it.
G's.
Okay, have you heard Central C's new tune?
What's
I
it,
don't know.
which
I
one?
don't know if it's the newest tune, but I know it's one of his new tunes.
Which one?
And he's paying homage.
Yeah, I've
And-
got tunes of Central from before.
He
He's
names.
speaking about. He's asking us though. That's Central C saying, "Yo, you man bless." He's asking us, "Are we blessed?"
You
with
gotta
them,
hold
man?
the mic though, Flo.
Are we blessed with them, man? Or
Or
I am. I know
Okay.
we are.
Okay.
And I've
I
never
don't
heard
know-
my grime scene or the grime scene say, "Yo, them man, yeah." I've never heard it.
okay, look, me personally, yeah, I can obviously speak for myself, but not only for myself, I can speak for what I've seen and heard come out of people's mouths. Like I've never heard someone say, "Nah, man, don't fuck with them, man."
No.
I've never heard someone say that.
All right, do you know what I'm gonna say?
Not
though?
to say
I'm
people
gonna
don't say it,
this.
but I've never
And
heard
I'm gonna
no one say that.
this. And do you know what? When certain grime artists see this, they can either tell the truth or they can lie, but
Yeah,
in their
yeah.
self they
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know there
Yeah.
was a good feeling a few years ago, like
good-
I ain't feeling this UK drill thing, but now it's become a bit more politically correct because
Yeah.
this drill thing's here to stay. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So whether you want to admit it or not, you were feeling that way, and
Yeah,
somebody
and if that's
said
the-
it.
Yeah, well, that's
Alright, cool. I hear you on that.
Especially if it's
But
taking food out of your mouth,
That's what
like
it is.
specifically.
why is it going to be
that-
taking food out of your mouth if you're in
Some
two different
people
scenes?
might feel like that though. Some people. Well, that's what happened to the garage people because there's less. Like this crowd, you're taking some of it, and now they want to hear "Boy Better Know."
And you know what I feel
Chuck.
like as
Because
well?
there's
You know what I
fickle music fans that go with the
I-
trend.
I
And them
think-
fickle music fans that were going with
Yeah.
the trend before, like 10, 12, 13, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
were going with grime. But now there ain't as many grime artists coming through and the drill thing's popping and the youngers
just go there. That's
are
fine.
going with the drill thing
But you
because
know-
there's fickle music fans.
You know where I feel like it also a lot of it stems from as well is like the supporters. So the people who grew up on grime, and like you're saying,
It's tribal.
And it's tribal. So like, they don't even want to let no one in because even they want to say, yeah, D-Double, Frisco, Skeptic, this it. They even the people who claim people who claim they love grime music, they just love the era they grew up on. They're not even checking for the new youths of grime.
Shall I tell you what's mad though? Sorry to butt you in right there. I just don't understand why the thing ain't more closer seen. Because to me, drill is the younger brother of grime, yeah? And I think the worst thing, or I don't know if it's the worst thing, that I just feel like the scene should have been more together. The DJ should play grime and drill, and the artist should make grime and drill. Like, I just don't see the problem.
I feel like because it's a generation apart.
I feel like generations now. Cause I feel like some stubborn artists and DJs, yeah, are saying I'm gonna stay doing this. And as like I'm a hip hop DJ first, but I play multi genres. And some people might criticize that, but I know I'm the baddest selector DJ, and I'll do what I want to do. And I know at the core I'm a hip hop DJ. Yeah, I play dancehall, I play everything. You know what I'm saying? But some grime DJs, I feel like, have shot themselves in the foot by only playing grime and sticking with that. I'm not gonna play drill because they feel like they got to be mad tribal. Forget that. And the artists are doing the same thing as well. And if you were smarter, you would evolve, and you'd, I'm not saying go with the trends, but you find a way to make it work.
Nah, but okay, Bob, you see that? See what?
There's both sides of the.
I feel like you should stick to your core thing. Like if you do grime. If you're a grime, I'm a grime artist. Any rhythm I make, I'm a grime artist. I say this all the time. I hear you, but see with DJs, you have to learn about the sound in it. So if you're a DJ, you're a grime DJ, you're playing grime music, but that don't mean you have to bun out the next thing. I think that's the key where I'm have to say, like, you don't have to say, bun that. You can play your grime, or play your just drill, or play your Afro swing, whatever you're playing. Yeah, play your dancehall, but it has to be. You don't have to bun out the next thing. And I think that's the thing. What is, like I said, the narrative that's getting pushed out, like, because we're doing grime, where we don't like that. That don't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? Like Fris said,
I do also think that the supporters kind of run that.
That's what I was going to get to.
They're the most tribalistic ones. They're the ones that say, listen, Flowdan's my MC.
Yes.
And no MC test that. They're the ones that would do that. Where Flowdan would say, yo, everyone's sick. Well, go on, allow that. You know what I mean? So
we're artists. We like I said, we listen to everything, and we respect that. We respect all the other genres and the sounds and rare.
Sometimes they say, yo, don't do no other music.
Yes.
Yeah,
why are you doing that?
That's mad. And I tell you something that's killing the grime scene as well, yeah? Because while we're going at it, yeah, a lot of new artists ain't coming through. A lot of new grime MCs ain't coming through for start. And then some of them that are coming through are dead.
Oh man, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'll tell you why it's a lie, yeah? One, because everyone always talks about grime MCs now, like they say, yeah man, Skep, Frisk, Double, Flowdan, whoever, yeah? But you know how many grime MCs were at the start? There's thousands.
Yes.
There's like 15 left.
But there are
There's only 15 good ones now, yeah?
So what you talk about OGs?
No, I'm talking about people that respect. You know what I'm saying, let's say there's 20. Let's say there's 20. There's 20 grime artists now, yeah? But when at the start in 2003-4, everyone was a grime MC, and bare of them were pants, yeah, bare of them,
yeah.
So you saying
so the ratios now, even
the ratio now saying there's new youths and let's say there's 6 that are good. That's 6 out of 100.
Name them. Name the 6 that are good.
I can name 6. There's Renz, there's Logan, there's Squints, there's Duppy, there's
struggling
Razor.
Already.
No, we've done 4. We've done 4.
He's struggling.
But I know a lot of them, bro.
He's a draw at, you know.
He's not a draw at. I know he's trying it, but I can name loads. At the
struggling
there's
though.
Tommy B. There's
I like Tommy B still.
I'm trying to think.
I like Logan.
What's the kid? The
SBK.
No disrespect to the others. I just haven't heard you a lot.
SBK.
Duppy.
There's Snowy. There's Izzy Gibbs. There's
Is Izzy Gibbs new though?
See, that's what I was gonna say. Because then what? Okay, cool. If you're going from like when's new to you? When's
new's the last couple years?
Okay, cool. Now I've just named you 6.
Do you think they bust in the last couple years? They came to in the last couple years.
Except for Izzy, but the last ones he said before.
Every other one I just mentioned was.
Yeah, straight.
Every other one.
Straight.
Every other one.
And can we look and find projects by these guys?
Yes. Book to the new tapes out now, bro, from Renz. I'm saying who else I say? Squints has got bare projects out every other minute. Duppy's got his project. It's called.
You asked him.
It's so low key.
He's the wrong person to ask.
It's not low key. It's not low key.
He knows.
Again, he's gonna make.
Because that's a narrative too. That's a narrative too. That's not low key. It's there, but man, not looking for it. You know what I'm saying?
Looking. I think there's somewhere we got to meet in the middle though.
I tell you why.
Looking.
Because again, where you're saying grime is not the front page, the youth them don't have no
look then.
You them don't have no P to be doing shiny videos and rare. Do you know what I mean? So if you're a drill artist today and you got a hit on TikTok, yeah, and your distributor come and say, look, here's 40 bags, do a video and you'll be visible. Yeah. Where grime is at the front page, the youth them that are making grime don't have P to be putting out bare projects and shiny videos and rare.
But it's there.
They're there. And,
so if you're looking, or if you want to, you will find it.
Hey,
all
listen, major part of my job is scouring for new music. So I look. So if I can't
check
find
out
you,
them
though,
name there that it
if
just
I
now
can't
reeled
find
off.
you, you must
them
be
names are the same.
way. And you're supposed to come for me as well, though. Still.
You know what, as well, yeah, I think.
It's a give and take still. It's
It
a
is,
give and
that's why I
take.
said
You
it's a
got to
middle
reach
ground.
out. You can't just be in your corner
Middle ground, no
doing your music.
disrespect
You got
though,
to
man.
reach out a little bit
Nah,
as
do you
well.
know what? Even
100%.
my cousin makes music and he don't send it to me. So shout outs to you as well.
I think people are too stuck on this grime thing, bruv. Or just talking about it. Sometimes just make the music, bro.
Straight up.
And whosoever's gonna find it and wants to find it will find it. There's gonna be people that sit in their yard and just scroll up and down thing and think that
You got to talk in the mic though.
Sorry, and think that projects are just gonna fall in their lap. No, bro. Like if you find out there's a new, I don't know, if you find out there's a new Bobby Schmurder, you're gonna go in whatever and type in Bobby Schmurder and find it and listen to it, innit? So what's the difference, bro?
That's how I access all of my music. Like,
You know what I mean?
I type in the artist that I'm looking for and what's new or what I usually listen to.
Right.
That's how I access my music
But you
at
know,
this stage.
but most people don't love music. They don't care. They just whatever's available. Because again, I don't listen to Afro
That's very
beats,
true
yeah?
as well.
So I went to Wizkid the other day. I don't know nothing about Wizkid, bro. If you ask me, Wizkid, I don't know any Wizkid tunes, but I put two the other day. So what I'm trying to say is, I can say that's dead. That's a lie, obviously, because it's flourishing and there's bare things. I don't listen to Young Thug or Gunna or any of them, man, yeah. But when I talk to my G like Smalls, like Nate Smalls and with them, man, they'll tell you about this project, that project. But just because it's not on my radar, I don't mean it's not going in. Do you know what I mean?
talk.
And I can say that, but I don't listen to none of them, man. I'll tell you what the new Idonio tune is and go on like that. And
I'll
say,
tell you about that though.
yeah, exactly. But I can say, yeah, that's Guardian. I can say narrative, yeah, Grime's Guardian and Dancehall's Guardian. That's it. That's what man taking the most. Whereas I can say I don't listen to no Afro beats. I don't listen to no
The most.
I don't listen to Afro beats and I don't listen to like that's kind of the main one.
You don't listen to no Afro beats, no. Afro
it's
beats
not
are
my
big
thing.
five still.
I like it when I hear it, but I'm trying to say that's what I'm saying. It has to go.
What, no
clear.
Amma piano.
Nah, not really.
I'm
Nah.
not really on
British
that
rock as well,
piano
innit?
thing still, man.
But I'm
Listen to
saying-
Rema and that. Like,
So I'm saying I've only them tunes that
yeah?
go up in time.
I'm a proper I listen to all of that.
Yeah,
And
good.
dance.
I'm a piano. You love that, yeah?
Yeah.
Shapes and everything.
Yeah.
Say
What do
nothing.
you say? Shapes.
Shapes.
No, I don't
No,
dance
I
like
don't
that.
I don't do them. I don't cut shapes.
Skank
But
pun, yeah,
man
but-
will skank. You get me?
Skank.
Gangsta boogie.
That's in
Yeah.
gangsta
But look what you're
boogie.
saying, Rema and Wizkid.
mean-
These are the biggest ones of their field.